Okay, we're going to get on to the second topic today, guys. And the second topic today is talking about a little film coming out this year, and that is Dune. Yes, I don't know if it's, how do you pronounce it? Is it Dune or June? I don't know if it's... Is it like June, like a sand dune? I'm terrible with pronouncing words. I think it's Dune, right? This original, based on the book, right? The, what's his name? Hodorowski or something. Based on his novel. Dune, one of the most ambitious sci-fi novels of all time. We're getting it directed by Denis Villeneuve, who directed Blade Runner 2049. He directed Prisoners. I think he did Prisoners, right? Very, very talented director. One of the most talented directors around right now. Very, very, very talented. So I'm excited to see him tackle this property. It's got an amazing cast looking. It's got an amazing cast that's coming together. We've got Dave Bautista, who's been really shining in recent years. We've got Oscar Isaacs in there. Javier Bardem's in there. So it's got a really good cast. So I'm excited to see this film. And it has been announced that this film, which was originally supposed to be premiering simultaneously in cinemas and on the American streaming service HBO Max, they was going to premiere together at the same time. They was going to do like a, so people had the option to stay at home and stream it or go to cinemas to watch it. It seems now that the production studio, Legendary Pictures, they seem to be heading, should I say, they seem to be heading towards going directly towards a cinematic release. Now, again, this is big news because HBO Max has been used very, very well by Warner Brothers. Right? Warner Brothers, who work very heavily with Legendary Studios, they, have a very long relationship with that production company. So Dune is being produced by Legendary, right? And obviously, Warner Brothers will be the distributor. They'll be the one distributing the film in cinemas and HBO Max. HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers. So we've been seeing a lot of Warner Brothers properties recently being released on HBO Max. And they've done very well on HBO Max. We saw Wonder Woman 84 be released on there. Got a lot of traction on HBO Max. Did very well. We got Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was released on HBO Max. Did very well on there also. We've had Godzilla vs. Kong that's been released on HBO Max. We've had the Mortal Kombat's coming out. So HBO Max has been used very, very well by Warner Brothers. It's been used very well by Warner Brothers to distribute their films in this COVID environment that we're currently in. It's been used very, very well by Warner Brothers. So I give them credit for that. However, it seems as though they will be holding back on the HBO premiere of June. Now, do I think this is a good idea? For one, obviously, this film isn't due out yet. This film is not due out anywhere near yet. This is a film that's due nearer the end of the year. I think it's due in October, right? And obviously, I'm English. I don't have HBO Max, right? But when it gets released on HBO Max, then it will come onto streaming services or like a digital download or something over in England. So it does it reflects what will happen over here as much as it does over in America, because if it releases on HBO Max in America, then it will release simultaneously over here in England. So I have a vested interest in this, obviously. It's a film I'm looking forward to. I really want to see it. And it seems as though this is going to go straight to cinemas. Like I said, I don't know if this is a good idea, because I think a lot of people, especially elderly people and people who are more prone to illness, are very uncomfortable at the moment in this COVID environment. And I doubt that will go away in October. I think that is still going to be there in October. I would think so anyway. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, how well this vaccine's going to work, and, how well the numbers are going to come down. But a lot of people really are only going to want to stay at home to watch a film. A lot of people don't feel like going to the cinema, especially in the cinemas, right, where you have a lot of people in a very kind of small room. They're in a crowded room together. You can take all the precautions you want, but there is still a risk there. And a lot of people are not going to want to take that risk. So to have the film come out directly in cinemas and not giving people the option to watch it at the same time on HBO Max or through a different streaming service, I think it could be a little bit of a mistake. I personally prefer going to watch a film in the cinemas. I prefer going to the cinemas. I prefer having that cinematic big screen experience. That's what I prefer. That's what I like. That's what I prefer. That's my go-to. Is going to the cinemas with the big screens and the the atmosphere, the whole thing that you do pre going into the cinemas. Right, you get all your food, your drinks, all this. Talk about the film, get excited, go with friends, go with family. You've got the big sound system in there. You've got like I said, the big screen if you're watching it on IMAX as well. So we get a lot of that. You get a lot more benefit for me going to the cinemas. But that's just for me. A lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people prefer to stay at home, watching it on their TV from the comfort of their own home. I think giving the people the option, especially in the climate we're in at the moment, I think makes sense to do that. I think it's a good idea to do that, actually. I think it's been shown through the results from Godzilla vs. Kong. That's tracking very well at the moment. Mortal Kombat, that seems to, have a lot of hype around it. Zack Snyder's Justice League probably underperformed a little bit, but due to the length of the film, in my opinion, it's done very well. Wonder Woman 84 did big numbers as well, so it's definitely working. The whole streaming thing, it's working. Disney are doing it, don't forget, with Black Widow. That's coming out on Disney Plus with the premium access, and it's coming out in cinemas at the same time. So it gives people the option. I think giving people the option in the current climate we're in is important. But it seems like Warner Brothers are not going to do that with Dune. And it's a shame for some people, but look, for me, I'll watch it in the cinemas anyway. So it doesn't really affect me personally because I was going to watch it in the cinemas regardless. Whether it came out at streaming services first, whether it comes out in cinemas first. I was always going to choose going to the cinemas first. That's what I was going to go to. That's always going to be my preference, is going to the cinemas to watch it there. So that for me is what I would do. But I'm not everyone. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own preferences. And I think giving people the option in the climate we're in is very important for movie studios to kind of acknowledge that and show that. But let me know your thoughts on that, guys. What do you think of Dune being released exclusively in cinemas? Do you think it will harm the film? Do you think it will help the film? Do you think it will get more people out to the cinemas? Do you think it will maybe underperform a little bit? What do you guys think of that, guys? Put it in the live chat. What do you guys think will happen with this Dune film not being released simultaneously?